It's Lisa. I've been told when I've made my previous soap videos that people would prefer they weren't set to music and I was actually talking in them. So best of luck with listening to the sound of my voice for the next however long it takes for me to make this. I'm doing a rainbow batch. I'm using Brambleberry's lab colours, which I've already pre-mixed in the ratios that I need, and I've stick blended really quickly to emulsion just to get my soap to a nice thin trace. And I'm just going to split it into 6 equal parts now. Oh, that's pretty close. What you can hear in the background is my minor birds, who don't seem to be able to shut up when I'm at home. So as well as listening to my voice, you get to listen to the sound of them as well. They perhaps have realised that they're being caught on camera and they've decided to be quiet. Okay, we'll start with what I'm going to do today is just a wall pour with my rainbow colours, but what I'm hoping for is something that's a bit more pastel. And the cool thing with lab colours is that they bleed. So hopefully as this soap cures, the colours will bleed a little bit into one another, and that should give me a pretty funky rainbow effect, I hope. Because the lab colours are diluted in water, I've done a water discount so that I won't end up with a particularly soft and runny soap. Yellow. Oh, nice yellow. I don't work with these colours often enough. I think it's because of the fact that they are diluted in water, so sometimes I've had some glycerin rivers where I've tried to do particular things with them, such as getting an ombre effect. Now green. Blue. The violet's always the interesting one. The lab colours give me an interesting kind of shade of purple. But it does actually end up purple at the end. Doesn't look like it will. I don't know if you can see that. It's kind of like a muddy blue colour. That's another thing I find with working with the lab colours, because they don't actually look the way they're going to ultimately look after they've gone through the gel phase and they've been sitting in the lye solution for a while. Look, that one's going more purple already. It can be a bit off-putting if you're trying to make sure that you match your colours the way you want to. So I'm just going to move these bits and pieces out of the way. And that one, you see, that's a nice emulsification there. I always keep my rainbows in the same order: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. Violet, or Roy G. Biv is the acronym, but I hope it doesn't get violent. Awkward. Anyway, this is not the best spoon I've picked for the green. It's a little bit flimsy. Hopefully my spoon won't fall apart in there while I'm going. And I think I'm just going to do something that's pretty straightforward. I'm going to do the wall pours, but I'm going to just pour the whole lot of each colour. So it should be something like a gradient layered soap, but I'm not going to have to wait for each layer to set up before I pour the next one. So this would be a bit exciting because I've never done it this way before. Let me move that there where you can actually see it. This purple does end up purple at the end, even though it kind of looks brown at the moment. Okay. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. I've got my soap tilted at an angle. Kitty, my cat's decided that now's an appropriate time to scratch the furniture. So, let's see. Can I put this at an angle where I can work and you can still see? Let me see. I'll try my best. Ooh. Just going slowly up and down and spilling a bit down the side. So that's the red. I'm going to keep a little bit of that to finish the top if I have room. Now orange. The fragrance blend I've used in this is 2/3 lavender, 1/3 orange blossom and 1/3 cannabis rose. Okay, awesome. Apparently we're not using the prop stand, we're just going to hold it ourselves. Hand fatigue in T-5 seconds. Ah! I don't want to ruin my flow by stopping. Now, the reason that I have to put that white matte thing underneath is because this is a box that goes around my soap mold, but it's not actually attached to the bottom anymore. So while it's my favourite one and easiest to work with, it's also a bit of a pain. So that's red and orange. I think you can see how that's going. Now yellow. More. Oh, just thought I'd check the camera then and spill my soap. Now, green. Flimsy spoon, hang in there. That's a nice green. I'll celebrate that fact by tipping it down the side of my mould. Not fun if you're not making a mess though. A bit more. Oh, the joy of gloves. There we go. Blue, Looks a bit muddy bluish at the moment, but oh, it's going a nicer colour with a stir. I like that now. Yeah, it doesn't really show up on the camera, but trust me. And blue. Oh no, bubbles. Oh well, it's handmade. Oh, a violet. You've gone violet, Violet. Look. Cool. Chemistry's cool. Don't know how pastel this is going to be with retrospect. Oh well. I think it's time. It is time. Poor aquarium books. It's the most use I've put them to in a few years. You can still see okay? Yep. And I think, there we go. Okay, so let's hope that, I don't know how I'm going to bang this because, excuse me for a second, shouldn't really need it. Okay, let's move them out of the frame, they look a bit ghastly. Okay, I'm back. So, let's see if I can finish the top off. Oh bugger. Never mind, orange is here to save the day. Get out, bubbles. Oh, my hands aren't as steady as they used to be. I don't know what's going on with that. Maybe it's the weather. Maybe I need to eat more salt. I'd be happy with that. Some yellow. Come on, yellow, you can do it. Just one little stripe for me. There we go. Green. Yes, I know you can tell what colours they are, but This is what I actually do. I talk to myself as I'm going when I do a rainbow because otherwise I just would completely stuff it up. So green, and get rid of that spoon. Goodbye, spoon. There we go. Ha! Drip, you missed. Mix this blue up. It's really interesting. My colour's changed. Get rid of that spoon too. Blue. Oh, blue. You're very enthusiastic about coming out. And a little bit more violet. Just so it's not sunken down like that. Let's see. Ah, don't stuff it up, Norris. All right. Now, mantra swirl. This is a skewer. I'm going to turn it this way. So, oh, can you see? Yeah, I think you can see. Excellent. Oh, no splinters though. All right. Ta-da! All right, that is that. Now, what I'm going to do next is let it sit on the bench until it gets set up a little bit. I'm going to put it into my oven, which will be set to about 50 degrees Celsius, and I will leave it in there while it hopefully goes through gel phase. It'll go through gel phase. It's going to be a good soap. It's going to be a very nice, good soap. It's going to do the right thing by me. And then I might actually see if I can add some pictures of it once it's been cut for you to have a look at. Now, forgive me because I actually don't have an appropriate tripod for this. I have my iPhone camera attached to my camera tripod with an elastic band and part of my mortar and pestle shoved in behind the elastic band holding the camera in place. So I can't really zoom in from here to show you the finished product, and I'm loath if I'm going to tip it up so that you can have a look, but I will take some photos and I'll splice them onto the end of the film because I learned how to do that. So thank you so much for watching and putting up with the sound of my voice and the sound of my birds, although they were relatively good. And I will see you when it's time to show you the cut pictures. Bye. Okay, well, I'm pretty sure they're all going to look like that, so I'm not going to film the whole lot of them. I'm going to trim them up now and take some photos. Bye!